think now. I'm going for a walk.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hello, Lisa Jean, and I saw Joanne and Deb and Cheryl. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Hi, Dawn. Alrighty, let's get going. We'll get us started. Other people can come on in. Hello and welcome. It is Friday night, the last Friday of the month, and you know what that means. That means it is our online card buffet, and thank you for joining me tonight. I will be solo this evening. Don't worry, Dory is fine. She just had something come up and asked me if I would do it myself, and I said sure, as long as all my friends will jump on here with me. Hi, Deb. Happy Friday. I'll be glad to do it for my great Stampin' Peeps. So let's talk a little bit about how our card buffet works for those of you that may not know and may be new. This menu was posted on Dory and my Facebook groups earlier in the week. It shows the 6 designs that I will be sharing with you this evening. The theme of our buffet tonight is celebration. And many of you know, some of you might not know what celebration is. Celebration is a event that Stampin' Up! Holds once a year, but this year it's going to be twice a year. But the first round of celebration will be ending at the end of this month, which, remember, ends on the 28th. So we got to remember it's a little earlier, and it sometimes creeps up on us. But celebration is if you buy $50 of product out of the new January to June mini catalog or the annual catalog, you can pick a freebie out of this fabulous, fabulous celebration brochure. So all 6 of our cards this evening include product from in this wonderful brochure. Just to remind you the fabulous things that are here, and also to remind you that if you put in a $50 order this evening, not only will you get a free item from Celebration, you will also get all of your buffet cards free. So that is quite a deal. Hi, April. Hi, Jean. So let's go ahead and get started. And we will go right with the numbers here. And we'll be starting with Dory's card. So cross your fingers that I know what I'm doing for these, or at least I look like I know what I'm doing, right? That's the most important thing. All right, it looks like our first card here is this one here. And let me show you the things out of the catalog that Dory used for this card. The first thing she used was the fabulous corner bouquet stamp set. That one's right here. Okay, and she also used some of the fabulous paper from the Paper Blooms, which is one of my favorites out of this. Where is it? Did I go past it in the front? Hold on, there it is. Okay, it's some of the more neutral sides of the Paper Blooms, but it is from the Paper Blooms. So those are the 2 things that we'll be using to make this card today. Alrighty, let me grab the materials I need for this card. Hope everyone had a good week. I just heard on the news we're going to have a little bit of mixed precipitation tonight, and that did not make me happy, but after that I'm hoping we are moving towards spring. How about you guys? All right, let's go ahead and get started on this. I am going to take a piece of the Pear Pizzazz and I'm going to fold it. This is going to be a card that has the fold along the top, which is always a fun fold to mix it up with. All right, now we're going to bring in some paper here before we get started on our stamping. Now these are the back sides of that fabulous paper blooms. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for joining. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add those to my card right away. Okay, I love this paper. I have made so many things with this paper. I just love it. And it's nice to have the muted or more neutral sides that you can use to mix together with the more flashy florals. Then this piece goes here on the bottom. We're just mixing our patterns a little bit. And then we have a small 1/4 inch strip that we're just going to add right here toward the middle. All right, so let me go ahead and put a little bit of Seal Plus along there. And see, if your Seal Plus is a little too wide, you just got to turn it over. Use your finger and turn it over on top of itself, and it works just fine. All right, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and do our stamping now. We're going to use this piece of basic white. And we're going to pull out the Mossy Meadow ink. And here is that large corner bouquet stamp. Very pretty. And we're going to go ahead. That's large. I'm going to turn it this way so I don't make a racket and cause an earthquake on my online. And then I'm going to just go ahead and stamp it in the corner of my cardstock here, trying to get my head over it without getting my head in the camera. There we go. Okay, so there is stamped the corner buffet piece. The corner bouquet. That was good though. That was kind of tricky. And then I'm going to go ahead and back it with the piece of Pear Pizzazz here. Remembering when you receive these kits, all your stamping will be done, but any coloring that has to be done will be left up to you, so you can kind of personalize your own cards. All right, now before we go ahead and put that on the front of our card, we do have a sentiment, thinking of you. This is also from, this isn't from that one. That is from Touch of Ink. We're actually going to use this for, a different one as well that has the butterfly, but we're using one of the sediments from the Touch of Ink too. And I'll show you that in the brochure in just a minute. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my Thinking of You up here in the corner. This is a nice tonal card. I love all the different green tones in this card. All right, then we're going to turn that over and we're going to grab some dimensionals and put those on the back so we can really make this the showcase of the front of our card. Yeah, this is a nice one, Jean. I saw a lot of them using the ombre paper too and stamping the corner, the little flower image on the ombre paper, which would be super pretty as well. All right, there we have it. We're getting close. Now we're going to add a dragonfly. Now this is from the Dandy Garden. Okay, this is not a free one. This is from the Dandy Garden suite. It is a stamp that has the dragonfly and then the dragonfly punch. And Dory stamped this on the soft sea foam and then punched it out. I love that because it's another tone of green and it adds something really, really nice to the card. So when you're thinking of a card that's all one color, think of using different tones of the same color, and it really adds something to the card rather than just having it all stamped and colored in the exact same green. We took some different greens. I love that. It looks so pretty. Finally, we're going to add a little bow. If I can find it, let's see. It is using the dotted ribbon. Hold on. Yep, I found it. Okay, not dotted. Let's say polka dot tulle. Okay, we're going to put a cute little polka dot tulle little ribbon on here. And she did not really tie a ribbon. She kind of did not even a faux bow. It's just like a knot. But when you do a knot with this tulle, it looks like you've actually made a bow because it puffs up and looks so pretty. So I just tie a bow. Tie a knot. And I'm going to cut it off a little bit, or it's going to be going way off our card. There we go. Then I'm going to grab my glue dots. And we will add our little tulle ribbon piece onto the corner of our card right here. Add such a nice little accent to our card. So cute. And then the final thing, it wouldn't be a Dory Schneider card if she didn't have plenty of not dimensionals, well that too, but plenty of embellishments. Let me grab my embellishments here. Here we go. Dory would shoot me if I demonstrated this without adding the embellishments. And she used some of the opal rounds. These are a great find in the catalog because they can really go with any of the cards because they're kind of iridescent and they are like almost any color reflects off of them. So it's a great choice. And she put hers right here under the dragonfly. All right, and the last thing we'll do is we will put that blank piece of basic white cardstock inside, and there we have our first card. A Thinking of You. All righty, so there's card number 1. Oh, thanks, Linda. I don't know about that. I'm sure she'd have something to say, wouldn't she? Yeah, the opal, I know. I am on third pack at least 2. I love them. They're really beautiful. So there's number 1. All righty, so let's keep on moving on. Let's see what the next one is. I'm going to grab my menu here. All right, let's bring it in right here. This is the card I just mentioned before that uses the touch of ink. Okay, these are 2-step stamps. All of them actually are. We have a hummingbird, a butterfly, and 2 little greeneries, and then you have the stamps to color in those images, and they're very watercolor-like in just they have texture, and it looks like they almost have like brush strokes. So it's really, really a great set. And then lots of super great sentiments too. And these sentiments are not in their real size. They're much bigger than that. And you will see on the card when I pull that out here. So let's get all the materials we need for this next card. Okay, I just have to find it. Oh, here we go. All right, let's pull it out here. We're going to use a piece of basic white, thick cardstock, another top fold. I like the top fold because they stand up so nicely on a table or a mantle. They're a great way to be able to show them off. So I'm kind of like those a little bit better. All right, so now let me pull out everything else. She has this piece of shaded spruce, and we have a piece of the designer series paper is actually from the Greenery. I think it was in the January to June mini catalog from the Greenery suite. All right. She also used that same suite and cut out this cute little piece of greenery. I love this set. This is really great just to have a little add-on for that. Now let me show you how she made our butterfly here. Okay, what she did, and she did most of the stamping already, so I'm just going to have to show here. So what she did is she took the butterfly stamp. You can see here how much bigger this stamp actually is than what it shows here on the front. Okay, so you always want, they make the images smaller just so they can fit everything on the front, but you always want to check. It usually says at the bottom like how much bigger they actually are in real life. But yeah, these are nice big images that would really be nice focal points for your cards. But what she did here is she stamped it on a circle, 2-inch circle, and then she used the little, I'm going to call it the watercolor brush stroke fill-in using the shaded spruce stamped off. Then she did the exact same thing on this scrap piece of paper. And then here she stamped her hello friend sentiment in the memento ink as well. Now, what you do is you'll get this scrap paper and you are going to cut out, do a little fussy cutting. Now, you don't have to cut out those little legs because they're going to go right over these little legs here. So you don't have to worry about cutting the small things out like the legs or the antenna. You can cut those right off. This is just to have the wings kind of stand out a little better. Give it a little bit more dimension. Okay. All right, so you will fussy cut out the butterfly wings from the scrap piece of paper in your kit. And then using dimensionals, you will put that right on top of the butterfly image on your circle. Okay. You can even take your finger or your bone folder, do a little bit of rounding here, or curling is probably a better way to call it. And then add it right here to the front. And you can see right there, you still have the legs and the antenna, but then you have the more three-dimensional type butterfly. I think that's a great effect. I love that. All right, now, I don't see her circle. Hold on. Is it in the, nope, it's not in the envelope. Okay, well, we're just gonna go with what we have here because that's how we roll. All right, so I see that she cut out the scallop out of here, and then she's going to use that piece as a background piece for the card to give our designer series paper a little bit of a border. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere those to each other. I'm going to use my my Stampin' Seal Plus this evening. I am trying to branch out from my Tombow, and I do like it. But I kind of, old habits die hard. I love my Tombow. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and run my Seal Plus around the back. And then I'm not going to put it on there yet. I remembered, almost didn't. If you look here at our card, it has this beautiful Jade Gingham ribbon. Love it. It is in the annual catalog, I believe, but it's a great addition to this card. Now, what you're going to do, I've already put my Seal Plus, which is good. I'm going to take my piece of ribbon and I'm going to stick it to the back here, bring it around to the front, and then stick it right there. So that seal will hold my ribbon in place, and I'll just cut off that little piece, and then you have your ribbon right here on the front of your card, and there it sticks on the back. And then we put it right down on the card front. That's how easy that is. Doesn't that look nice and clean there? Love it. All right, now I'm going to, let's see, I don't see it. So we're gonna go with what we have. When you get your kit, you will have a fabulous shaded spruce scallop circle that goes behind this circle. Okay, but I don't, and it's okay because I think you get the hang of it. All right, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Now, before I set this down on here, I'm going to put my little piece of greenery on here. Now, this, I think I will bring out my Tombow and just put a couple little dots on the back of my greenery so it will stay put. Okay, so there we go. Don't have to get it on each piece of greenery because then it has a little bit of standing up there. I like that. Gives it a little bit of character. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and place my butterfly right here. And then the final thing is I'm going to take my cute little Jade gingham bow and my glue dots. And gonna stick that right to my glue dot, the knot of my bow, grab it with my pick tool, and then put it right over here on my card. Okay, you go that way. All righty, so there you have it. There is number 2. All right, remember this will have a scallop circle around it. Oh, and I did notice here that Dory used some of that Wink of Stella. Not surprised a bit. All righty, so there is the card, and I also noticed more opal rounds. Guys, you got to get yourself a pack of these opal rounds. They are to die for. There's 1. There's 2. And 1 more. Remember, we talk about doing it in odd numbers. It makes a little bit of, puts a little balance in the composition of your card. So there you have it. There is an adorable card made with a touch of ink. That is another freebie. Love it. All right, that's number 2. All right, let's take a look at our card. Oh, this one is a fan favorite. Okay, our number 3 here is the donkey set. Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you have this amazing donkey set. Yes, it was the first one that caught my eye, I think, in this brochure. Darling Donkeys is the name of this set. Love. Okay, this is available for a $50 order. We've got 3 cute little donkey images. And this card is a very happy and bright card for a friend. There we have it. So let's go ahead and start working on that card. Grab all my pieces over here. All right, how about a little bit of pineapple punch on here? Love it, nice and bright. Okay, and this is actually a piece of the Flower and Field paper, another freebie from the catalog. So this one is chocked full of fun freebies. All right, let's go ahead and start with our paper. We're gonna fold. Now here we finally have a side fold card. All right, and then we're going to take a basic black panel and we're going to put a piece of the DSP from the Flower and Field DSP pack. That's a freebie in the brochure as well. And then that is going to go straight on to the card. How beautiful and bright that is. I'm feeling spring, guys. It's got to be here soon. After the last couple of days we've had, I'm getting to really have a yearning for spring. So there's our first step. Okay, Dory has already stamped my donkey image. She picked the cute one here with the little rose. So cute. Now, remember, you will get yours and it will be stamped, but you will get to color it. So you can use your creativity and color it however way you want. I'm choosing gray granite. Gray granite has a little bit of brown in it, so I thought this would be a great choice for, I'm going to use this small. This would be a great choice for a little donkey. Gray with a little bit of brown. So I'm going to go over the entire donkey with the gray granite light. Sounds like a new kind of beer or something, or diet soda. All right, so there we go. We got his belly. And up here on his head, I'm going to keep his muzzle. What did she do? Yeah, she kept it light, but I'm going to go with gray. Dory made hers. I'm thinking she probably used the crumb cake. That's super cute too. So it's really up to you. Whatever color you want your little donkey to be works for us. Okay, nice big donkey ears. Okay. All right, we've got him colored with the light. Now I'm going to come in with my, yep, Cheryl, I love them too. I love this one. These are so cute for kids' cards too. All right, this is the dark gray granite. I'm going to go back down here on his hooves. I think that's what they're called. I'm going to make his tail a little darker, and I'm going to go kind of inside his ears there. Those are a little darker. Maybe a little bit of outlining here toward the side and here and under his muzzle a bit. Okay. Now I'm going to go back with the light and just go over it a little bit so it all blends together. All happy colors. There we go. And here as well. All right, he's looking good, looking snappy. Look at those bright teeth. He's a happy guy. All right, let's quickly do our little rose. I'm using the Daffodil Delight for the cute little yellow rose. Color that in very bright. And then I'm going to use my Old Olive for the stem. Ugh, there we go. Must be Friday. I'm having a hard time opening my blend caps. Must be exhausted. Hi, Anne. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, now I'm going to grab my Seal Plus. Get a little back. Let's get a little on the back of our donkey here. Okay. This is a scalloped rectangle. There's a collection of those in the annual catalog that are to die for and are very, very helpful in card making. Now I'm going to grab my dimensionals. This is a really simple card. This would be a great one to make a lot at one time. Just cut out all your parts, your pieces that you need, and then do them by yourself or with a friend would work. All right. Ah, I see she put a little bit of grass at the bottom of hers. Let's do that. I'm going to grab my Old Olive again and put a little bit of grass under his feet. Just some little, just like little dashes. Got to have them standing on something, right? All right, next we bring in the smallest of the stitch circles and we stamp on there, hey there, friend. And then we're going to add that to the front of our card, of course, with dimensionals. Right there. So cute. And last but not least, we're going to add some embellishments. And what are they? You are right. They are opal rounds. Dory has something for the opal rounds, that's for sure. All right, so there is the third card, our cute little donkey. So you can choose whether you want to color it in the brown or the gray. Hi, Jean. Welcome. What color do you guys like better, the brown donkey or the gray? That's a hard choice. They're both pretty cute. All right, so those are Dory's card. If you're looking at the buffet menu, those are the three across the top. All right, so let's go ahead and we will get to the bottom ones. Those are my designs. So let me move this stuff of this Dory's away. And we will get to mine. Just remember, as I'm doing this, remember it is celebration, and celebration is over on the 28th, and today is the 26th. So we have 2 days, and all these great freebies will be gone. So you want to make sure that if there's something you want, that you get your order in within the next 2 days. All right, if you have any questions or need help with any of those things, you can certainly talk to Dory or I. All right, let's get started on our next fun card. This is my first. This is a birthday card using the Approaching Perfection stamp set. Okay, lots of great sentiments. I picked this one here. Newsflash, birthdays found to be good for your health. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live the longest. Wow, that is a fact to remember, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this one. Not only did I use this stamp set, I also used the Oh So Ombre paper. I know we've done a lot of projects with these as well. So I cut a 1 1/4 strip by 3 3/4 in each of the colors. 2 of them have the patterns and 2 are just the ombre. Okay, and let me show you how that came together. All right. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 4 strips here and we are going to put them on the front. Now, prepare yourself for this because this can sometimes trigger some people that are watching. I am going to put them wonky. All right, so that means they're not going to be in perfect straight up and down. It's okay. It's really okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of the Stampin' Plus on the back, and I'm going to, I almost make like a W. If you look at this one here, my pieces make like a W. You notice that they go together here, here, and here. They overlap. So it's almost like a giant W. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on my first 2 pieces strips and make sure they overlap here at the bottom. Okay, there we go. All right, then we're going to bring in the next one. This one, since we're making the little W, we will make it overlap on the top. Okay, so if you want to try out the wonky, but you still want it to have a little bit of order to it, think about doing the W. Then it's not just random. Okay, so here is our last piece, and I'm going to have that overlap at the bottom again. Okay, so they're wonky, but they're a little bit organized. Okay, so that's what we do with that. Then I'm going to grab a stitch circle. This is the 3rd largest, and we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on there. This is the Newsflash sentiment. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this in the Memento ink. I just felt like it was the best and clearest for all the words to be seen, because there's lots of words on this one, and I tried it in all the different colors, and I just felt the black, not the black, but the Memento was the best and made it the clearest. Now I'm going to stamp it a little bit towards the top. There we go. Yep, that is, you can read that pretty well there. And then I'm going to take my Granny Apple Green, and we're going to stamp some cute little candles. These are also another on the, in the stamp set. Okay, let's bring in the Granny Green, and we're just going to, Granny Apple Green. Not all grannies are green. All right, and we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to stamp across the bottom these cute little candles. Aren't they so cute? I think that adds so much to your card if you do it that way. Just the cute little candles along the bottom. Okay. Then I'm going to grab back the news flash. Okay, if you notice on my card here, the news flash is in the Bermuda Bay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp it again on a piece of white, basic white with my Bermuda Bay ink. I cleaned off my news flash stamp. I'm going to stamp it again. Okay. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut out the news flash part. Cut along the bottom. I just wanted to break up the black a little bit. I did like the black for the most of the words, but I wanted to give it a little more color. So I re-stamped using the Bermuda Bay, and then I just cut out the news flash portion. And then we're going to stamp that, we're going to adhere that right over the black news flash. I'm going to use some of the edge of my dimensionals here. Don't ever throw them away with edges on there. You can use those and they work perfectly on this kind of a piece of cardstock you're trying to adhere. Then I'm just going to put that right over the black news flash. Isn't that so cute? Oh, all right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to put this on my card now using some more dimensionals. And then we're going to finish it off with some beautiful rhinestones. I know we're not using the opals for this one. I know, that's amazing. All right, let me go ahead and grab the brochure for you here and show you in here where these products are. Okay, we have, this is the Oh So Ombre paper. It comes in 3 colors in there: Granny Apple Green, Blackberry Bliss, and Rococo Rose. Those are the colors used there. And then the stamp set is right across from it, right there. Approaching Perfection. Both of those are free with $50. Okay, so, and then I'm going to open, and we have one more sentiment, which is also in the Approaching Perfection. And it just is Happy Birthday. We'll put that right on the inside. I will get my Memento back. And we will stamp the Happy Birthday inside. And there we go. So there is number 4. How does that look? All right, very cute, whimsical card for somebody's birthday. There's some other cute sayings on here. The bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. So I think that's pretty cute too. And so what if you're a year older, you're fabulous. Okay, and then if things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. So super cute cards for girlfriends. Really great. All right, that is number, oh, I know what I forgot to do. In all my excitement to show you the brochure, I did not add my fabulous rhinestones, and that is a must. So let me get the rhinestones out here, and I will get my pick tool, and remember we add them in odd numbers, usually 3s. If your pick tool will be nice enough to pick them up. There we go, there's 1. Add a little bling bling for a girlfriend card. And 1 more. Now, it's finally finished. Once we add the rhinestones, we are good to go. Come on, you guys, stop. Come on. All right, don't make me stamp and swear. Okay, let's pick it up with my fingernails and stick it down. Here we go. Oh, it flew. Oh my goodness, what a day. There we go. All right. Ta-da! That was the runaway rhinestone. Okay, there you go. Now we're finished there. All righty. So that is adorable girlfriend card for sure. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next card. Let me check my... Okay, oh, this one I love because it's kind of a new design that I found, another demonstrator, and I want to share that with you. I think you'll love this. Okay, this is also in our brochure. This one uses the Berry Blessings stamp set. Okay, this is a $100 offering because you get the stamp set and the paper. It's beautiful, beautiful paper. So let me show you our card. Here we go. This is the card I made. So cute. I'm going to show you the technique I used to get this coloring here on the front. Let me grab the stamps. And here's my pieces. All right, we're going to start with a rich raspberry card base. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in a piece of Granny Apple Green, because that is one of the colors from the cardstock pack. Now, and I also have a piece of the blackberry paper. Love this. This paper is gorgeous. There's strawberries, there's blackberries, blueberries. It's just really beautiful paper. So I cut a piece that is just the right size to go inside here and have that 1/4-inch border around. But watch what happens here. Before we glue it down, I'm going to grab my trimmer. Thank you, Joanne. And I'm going to put the opposite corners into the track. This is the track where your blade runs. So I'm going to put opposite corners right on that track. So you want the point of the paper pointing right to the inside of the track like that. Okay, then I'm going to close it, and I'm going to, is that one on there? Yeah, that looks good. Go through. All right, then we're going to hold it together still, and we're going to cut corner to corner on the other. So this is a little, you want to make sure you're holding it together, and then opposite corners into the channel there. Then you're going to cut. All right, so now you have 4 pieces of the cardstock. I think you know what I'm getting at here. Okay, you're going to bring in your piece of Granny Apple Green, and you're going to place your pieces on first. Okay, So you want to place so that the corners, the inside corners are touching. They're going to turn these pieces over to the coordinating color on the other side and put those in like that. And then you want to make sure you place them just where you want them, like that. See how that changes it up so beautifully? You have the coordinating colors. Then you're going to grab one piece at a time, and you're going to go ahead and put some of the seal on there and put it right back in. And as long as you keep all the pieces in except for the one you're working on, you shouldn't have any trouble getting them back in pretty close to where you want them to be. And you want to make sure that you're putting them up against each other. I'm going to try this one again. If I turn it sideways, I think I'll have a better shot at it. Okay, let's see. Okay. There we go. That's better. I can do better when I hold it sideways. Okay, and I have to put a little more. There we go. All right, so there's the next. And once you have two pieces on, you're pretty sure that you're going to get the other ones in there. So then I'm going to put this one on next. And remember, you want to put them up so they're touching. Okay, so this one's touching, and you want to make sure that your corners are pretty close, and then just lay it down. But I just thought this was a cute way of showing off the paper. This coordinating paper is so fabulous. You want to make sure that you can show it off on your card. So there you have it. There is your, hi Catherine, hi Angie, Mary B. Thanks for joining. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that right onto my card base. And then we will do some stamping. But that's a great, this paper is perfect for that. Any of them, if you use the blueberries or the strawberries or the raspberries, to do this little trick to show off the front and back of the paper is a great idea. All right, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab this little label. This is from the Happy Hippos. You guys know I love the Happy Hippos. I'm very happy about the hippos. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use one of the sentiments from the berry set. And I'm going to try to get it in the middle without having my head quite in the right spot. That's close enough. And then I'm going to take one of the cute little leaves. They have the little leaves for on the vine. And I'm going to grab the Granny Apple Green, as usual. Can't get enough of this color either. And I think I will stamp off first. I don't want it to cover up my sentiment too much. Then stamp. Yeah, that's better. Don't want it to be so dark that you can't read the sentiment. All right, so there is that. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp some of the little raspberries here. Okay, and those stamps are in the set as well. Really cute. First, I'm going to go with the outline of my raspberries. Then I'm going to do the inside of the raspberries, and this is going to be a stamp off. And then I'm going to turn it the right way, would help. Stamp right onto our raspberries. Same thing again, stamp off. There's the raspberries, super cute. And then the last thing we're going to do is make the little tops, because it's not a little raspberry without its cute little top. So there are the raspberries. Okay, now this is the way they will come to you in your kit. And then with your kit, you will fussy cut those out. You can do it, and you don't even have to be fussy. And they will look like this after you cut them out. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and bring in my card. And I'm going to go ahead and use some dimensionals and get that placed right on the center of my card. My dimensionals, there they are. I figured they were in one of the other ones. All right, so there are some dimensionals. And of course you could use a circle here if you wanted, or any shaped label that you have in your stash. Okay, I'm going to put that right in the middle, and you see how the different coordinating papers look so nice there? I like that. Now I'm going to grab 2 more dimensionals, and we're going to put those on the back of our raspberries. And then we're going to stick those along the edge of our, go right along the edge of our label, and they just kind of stack on each other just like that. And then let's go ahead, before we put the bow on, we'll do our inside piece. You're going to have a piece of basic white for the inside of your card, and you will have a little strip of the raspberry designer series paper for the bottom. And then we have a little thanks that I pulled from the succulent set, and we're going to go ahead and stamp that. In the rich raspberry. That looks so cute. I love these colors together. This berry set is definitely a favorite. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some Seal Plus on the back of that. You like this one? You're the best? Yes, I know. I love this paper. It's just so amazing. They always just thrill me with their paper and their design. So there we have the inside. And last but not least, with a crowning touch of Mossy Meadow twine. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick that onto a glue dot. Grab my pick tool. Come on, pick tool. And that goes down on there. So there you have it. The card. This is number 5. Number 5. Okay, last of all, looks like I might make it through here without Dory. I'm pretty proud of myself. Okay, this last one here, let me get out my brochure. This one uses two items from the, this one first. It uses the Heal Your Heart stamp set. Beautiful, beautiful fonts on this. And this is free with a 50. This is great for cards you send to people that are having a difficult time or struggling. I know, everybody's been asking me that, Lisa. We would love that, especially the paper, right? All right, and then the other thing that I'm going to be using for this card is the amazing and spectacular Paper Blooms paper. And this idea I got from another demonstrator, and I thought it was a fabulous idea. Okay, this is the design that we're going to be making tonight. It says, "We're in this together." And then you open it and it says, "I can't promise to always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone." So that's a great card for someone who's going through difficult times. But what I loved about this design is she used the same design and just changed the paper. See, she used 3 different types of paper here, and I use those 3, and then you can, depending on where you put the paper, you can place the different patterns in a different spot. I just thought that was such a cute idea. So it's kind of like a one-sheet wonder, but you use 3 different kinds of paper, and I was able to make 9 different cards using that paper. If you are interested in that, I can send you a link to that YouTube channel, but I thought it was a great use of this paper, because this paper, you're kind of like trying to decide which side do I like the best, and this is paper, a design that will show off all the different kinds of paper that you have. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started on this card. Okay, I'm gonna put it over there. We're gonna start this one with the soft seafoam. Love this color. This is the same color that Dory used for her dragonfly. It's such a nice subtle green. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead. We have several pieces of designer series paper here with coordinating pieces of Night of Navy cardstock that we're gonna go ahead and adhere together. Okay, so we're gonna take this piece and you're going to go ahead and adhere it to this piece of Night of Navy. Now on the right hand side, you're going to want it to go flush against the edge, okay? And then go across your page, okay? So you're going to be it flush against here, and then you're going to do the opposite with the larger one, okay? You're going to take your paper and you're going to line it up flush along the left-hand side. You want your border at top and bottom, and the right-hand side. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and put those pieces on first. Let me grab so you can see the model. They're the sample. We're going to take the largest piece first. And we're going to adhere that down right onto the left-hand side. So the side that is flush is going to go flush against the left-hand side. Okay, then we're going to grab the other piece that we put the Night of Navy cardstock on, and we're going to put that piece flush against the right side. This is just a really great way to show off all the beautiful patterns of the paper. All right, for the last one, we're going to take this here and we're going to put this small piece at the bottom of this final strip. That doesn't look like it's the right size, is it? Hold on. Okay, let me get my cutter. I think I need to take about a 1/2 inch off here. Not too bad, only one miscut for the night. That's got to be a record. Okay, so, oops, I think it's stuck to the bottom. Yep. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put this at the bottom of this portion here. Okay, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping on here before we add it to the top. Okay, this is where we bring in our beautiful stamps. Okay, this one is, we're in this together. This is from that set, that In Your Heart, I think it's called. I just was talking about it, can't remember. I'm going to do the Night of Navy, and we're going to put this right at the top of this basic white panel. I love the mixed font there, that it has a little bit of print, a little bit of cursive. Love it. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of greenery. Okay, now the greenery I found in the Lovely You set. This is one we used earlier in the catalog year, and we're going to use this one here. You can dig that one out, and you'll be able to make some of these yourself. And we're going to use the Pear Pizzazz. That's what I was looking for. And they're going to go right at the bottom. 2 little Pear Pizzazz vines. There we go. Okay, now it is like a puzzle, you're right. It's a fun puzzle though. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the top portion there. And then we'll have the little belt to put on after we get this piece on the card. Okay. There we go. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add this to our card. And that kind of comes in about an inch from the right, I'm sorry. Right down on there. See how it really shows off all the colors so beautifully. All right, and then we're going to add the little belt here. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put a little tail on our belt. And just add that to the center of that final panel that we just put on. Let's bring it up a little bit. Trying to make it like the one here. There we go. There's our little belt. Now let's work on the inside. That's really quick. We're going to go ahead and put the sentiment. Okay, we're going to do that in the Night of Navy as well. This says, I can't promise to always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't ever face them alone. So that's a very encouraging card for someone who's facing some challenging circumstances. Okay, so I went ahead and I inked that up with my Night of Navy, and I'm going to stamp and pray. Yes! All right. She's finishing strong here, people. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of Seal Plus on the back, and that isn't the wrong one. That is the final pattern sample. Let's put it on the one that needs a center. There we go. And last of all, yes, I'm going to use some Opal Pearls, not to be outdone by that crazy Dory Schneider. I'm going to put 3 of these on my card. These are a little easier than the Rhinestones. They don't jump quite as far away for you. And a 3rd one. Remember, you will get your opal rounds and you can put them wherever you like. All right, so there is number 6. Okay, that's such a nice way to show off the gorgeous paper and a really fun card design. All right, so those are all 6. There you have it, all 6 of our card samples for this evening. If you are interested in ordering any of these cards, please contact Dory or myself. Let us know which numbers you'd like. And then remember that if you make a $30 purchase, you will get your cards free, and that's a maximum of 6 cards. And if you make a $50 order, you'll get your cards free and you will get one of these fabulous free products. All right. Hi, Cassandra. I will put it on my YouTube channel and you can watch it if you'd like to watch it through. Don't worry about missing. So thank you, ladies, for showing up and joining me on this Friday. I hope you had a good week, and I really hope you have a nice, restful weekend. So touch base with Dory or myself. We'd like to have the orders placed by this time tomorrow. That's Saturday evening at 7. So let us know what you'd like. We will be having our next stamping event is Cards and Coffee next Wednesday at 9:30. So I hope you can join us for that, and Dory will be back. So my partner in crime will be here with me. So have a wonderful weekend and keep stamping, ladies. Bye-bye.